Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like...
It's week 12 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Quickly to the air is Burrow. And his first look is incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they've proven their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Pickett now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. A nice pickup on 1st down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Pickett now from the gun here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson Robinson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Pickett to throw on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Burrow will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 40 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Here we go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes this is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 63 yards. And the Steelers had 6 to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running right, here's Brown. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give it to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Bengals 14-yard line.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against Atlanta. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff, terrific in the win as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Kyle Trask has thrown a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good.
That's caught inside the 20. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
At the 15-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 77 yards. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Najee Harris, 54 yards. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
On 1, ready? 18. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now Burrow on first down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11, 11, 11, 12, 11 common.
Again, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Harris running straight ahead. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. Harris
going to get it again on second down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.